Hey Gemini, welcome to your mid-month reading. We're just going to be checking in on July just to see how you're doing and get some good messages. We're asking the cards, what's good? What does Gemini keep their eye out for, and what's good in their lives? What's coming at them? All right, so this is going to be an oracle card that we're getting, and then we're going to actually open it up to tarot and get some clarifying cards. So for our Geminis, consider your foundation. Look at how committed you are to love. Interesting. And there's a house, right? There's a house and there's a loving couple. There's even two foxes randomly. I love that. There's the moon that signifies intuition. The owls signify wisdom, and there's a fairy, all this stuff. Foundation. So there's gratitude attached to that. I'm going to open this up to tarot. Let's see what the cards have to say for our Geminis. Please make it clear, Spirit. These have all been pre-shuffled, one for good measure. What messages do you have for Gemini mid-month reading for July 2022? We've got a turned over card in the deck. Funny. Consider your foundation. You get the Hierophant. Hierophant rules all institutions. It rules the world of religious disciplines and religion, of course, but I always think of the Hierophant as your commitments, okay? And we've got one that's kind of flipped in the deck, and that's the Queen of Pentacles. This can be we're not going to put it down in the cards, the reading, but we're just going to take note of it because it didn't fly out. So I read into that, so to speak. But the Queen of Pentacles symbolizes nurturing, working hard for one's money and being quite giving of that money in a sense of nurturing. It's kind of like the mother, you know? Really cool card. All right, tell us more, please, for Geminis. Temperance. So you're getting major arcana. These are big messages of the deck. Hierophant, which rules over commitments, institutions, and it's also rules over marriage as well. Temperance is patience, it's alchemy. It means kind of transformation, but it also reminds us of balance. So, you know, I think of that consider your foundation card. And another, here we go again. We've got another major arcana. You're getting some big messages here. Justice, talk about balance, right? So this has got a theme coming up. In her left hand, she's holding literally a balance. And in her right hand, she is holding a sword. And that sword, it symbolizes truth, okay? So, Gemini, mid-July, what's good? All right, so you might be experiencing a lot of that mouse in the wheel in your head, going around and around and around. You might feel like you're overthinking a situation. You might have a little anxiety. You may be even having a little bit of trouble sleeping. It seems that I wouldn't be surprised if you have like a decision maker card that flies out, because it feels that with this reading so far, you're looking at something big. This could be life balance. You're looking at your commitments. You're considering maybe a life change, but this all feels like it's prefacing a choice, a decision. Now, I could be wrong. Flying out, or not flying out, but flipping is the Queen of Swords. That's truth as well. Sometimes harsh truth, but one's boundaries, sometimes cutting somebody out. All right, flying out, however, we've got the Knight of Wands and we've got the Emperor, another major arcana here. This is taking charge. This is somebody coming in. Now, it's possible for you, Gemini, to represent the Knight of Wands here, but it also is very possible that somebody's coming in to kind of take charge of a situation. This is a youthful energy. There might be something a little bit naive and ambitious about it. But depending upon the context, it can be, if it's a romantic context, this is somebody who's a pursuer. This is somebody who's got a lot of alpha energy. And if this is you, I feel like you are putting on this hat. You're being like, I mean, excuse my language, but you're like just being like, fuck it. And you're going out there and you are taking charge of whatever it is that might be leading to some anxiety and some overthinking here. Let's get actually a little bit of clarity on some of these cards. That's what feels right. I'm going to give this a shuffle real quick for Gemini. Tell us a little bit more about each one of these cards. The Hierophant. Your Geminis. Why are we getting the Hierophant here? Ace of Cups. So there's this love offer. There's a relationship coming in. Now, it's not always love. You guys, there's a lot of Geminis out there. There's a lot of you out there, and it's a big world. So I want to keep this reading broad enough to get the main message through, but broad enough to actually make connection to each one of your scenarios, right? And of course, if it doesn't resonate, throw it the hell out. It's not for you. It's okay. Don't try to make it fit. But this looks like your commitments are being questioned and reconsidered, whether this be religiously or to your marriage or what have you, because of this new offer. It could be, for some of you, sometimes the Ace of Cups resembles, symbolizes the arts, a passion, but either way, it's passion. So it's commonly representative of a relationship, okay? It looks like your commitments are being kind of jangled up because of something new coming in, a new relationship, a new person coming in here. And we get the Hierophant again, all right? So we're getting, something's kind of, it's something shaking your foundation, basically. And that's why you're getting that card, consider your foundation. Where did I put it? That's crazy. Consider your foundation. Look at how committed you are to love. So this is pretty consistent with your reading so far. I would like to hear from Justice. So when Justice card comes out and you're getting Temperance, wow. Hierophant, Temperance. So you're a little bit out of balance. You're transforming a little bit. Whether you like it or not, there's a transformation taking place. It's not necessarily, it's disruptive maybe of certain commitments you have, but it doesn't mean that you throw out the baby with the bathwater. It doesn't mean that necessarily. There's always a purpose. When we have a new offer, whether it's a new Pentacles or it's a new love offer or it's a new passion, it's there to also show us where we're at. It's giving you a bit of, it's showing you, what's the word I'm looking for? It's like you're taking your pulse, you're taking your temperature, you're seeing where you're at in your life. And it's by way of this new relationship coming in, you're kind of seeing where you lay with your commitments, where your loyalties lie. So just beware of, like in times like this, sometimes we can, just to give ourselves a break from this, Nine of Swords, we can overdo it. We can not get enough sleep, or we can drink too much, or what have you. But so just be aware of that. But I want you to know that when Justice card comes out, oftentimes a contract can be at play. It's always a good sign for that, but sometimes legal things come up. And so if that's the case for some of you guys, just be very aware. You're getting it with Temperance again. Beware of your balance. Be aware that things take time. Temperance, it symbolizes patience as well. So please be patient. Everything is going to end up really well. This whole message theme for you guys this month, mid-month July, is all about what's good, what's coming at you that's good. So have faith. It is going to be good. It's going to be okay. A little patience might be required. There is a transformation taking place here. I'd like more for Justice. Thank you. More Major Arcana. So this is really big, you guys. So regarding, there's a shake-up here. Like you are getting a little shaken up at your foundation. And the Tower card is a great card, and I'll tell you why. It means that life is kind of doing some work for you. The universe is doing some of the work for you, and it's picking you up off of your life path, and it's setting you on a new one that you're supposed to be on. The Tower card never comes out when it's not supposed to, but sometimes, because it's so new and because it can be hectic or it can be chaotic feeling, and sometimes it also symbolizes a move, which can be hectic and chaotic, because talk about foundation. Where is your foundation? Even when you know where you're moving or you're going to, it still feels like you're up in the air for a while. It feels like you just need to get grounded. So with all that being said, the Tower card can be sometimes misunderstood. It's always a good card because, again, like I said, it's the universe doing some of the work for you. It's saying, you know what, listen, you're on the wrong tracks. I'm going to pick you up off these tracks and I'm going to put you on these tracks. But in doing this, it's important that you remember the Seven of Wands that comes out here. Fighting self-doubt, fighting others' doubt, stick by your guns. There's a tenacity here. Just keep going. You're doing great. Keep having faith that you know what you're doing. Temperance, though, remember patience and remember balance. That's important here in this reading. All right, so tell us a little bit more about this individual, this full of vigor, lots of energy, maybe a visionary a bit. They're a fiery individual. This might even be a fire sign, that's a Sagittarius, a Leo, or an Aries. I don't invest too much into the signs, though. It's more about energy, just because I feel that can kind of lead people down an inaccurate path. All right. Yeah, so this person is coming in this person has got major energy. This is all energy, and this is all like knowledge is power. Knowledge is power. That is what keeps popping up in my head. This is realizations. Ace of Swords is information coming through, realizations, learning something new that's just like, okay, this changes it all. This is a message coming through. All right, we've got another Knight here. So this feels like two individuals we're talking about. One, they couldn't be more opposite energetically. One, like I've described, the Knight of Wands, fiery, ambitious, possibly a little naive because they've got a youthful energy. They're caught up in what they see for the future, and they've got that boss attitude. They'd want to take charge of a situation with the Emperor here. And then it's a message. There's this realization or a message that is being delivered between these two characters. And the other character I'll describe for you is a much slower, strategic, responsible, careful, mind on my money, money on my mind individual. Okay, so this could be an older individual, or they could just simply be wired differently in this situation. But I think that if this is resonating, then you know exactly who these people are. Now, coming out in further. So there might be a past with these individuals. There might be a little distrust. This Knight of Pentacles is slow on the ball, like meaning they're taking their time because they're they're kind of past, they've healed from something. They've just kind of worked a lot on doing so, and they're trying to take the right steps. They don't want to relive something that they've struggled with in the past. This Three of Swords, something hurt them. Now, that could have been a message. That could have been somebody telling them something that shook their world and did not feel good. But as a result, either way, they are occupying this, they're slow, and they're not just jumping in feet first, because they are trying to learn from the past, and they're in more of a quiet, meditative spot. They're trying to think and strategize rather than work emotionally only, or be naively ambitious in this endeavor. So this is really fascinating, and I'm sending all my good vibes to you. This actually looks really good, but very powerful. If it calls to you to leave a comment, please do. I always love to hear from you guys. Either way, if it resonates, please hit the like button, and I will see you soon. Bye-bye.